internet on.
Yeah, bolo. So, what
Am
is
I
the new
asking you the
question you
questions?
have about how to be resolved and happy in life, the way we are
Bhaiya, can
living
you
right
cut
now?
it? Bhaiya, yeah, 1 minute. So you have the questions, kya bhaiya?
I have the questions on your WhatsApp. पे जो
So
भेजा
you are only repeating the questions, correct?
था. If you want, I'll repeat it. If you want, you can try them. No issues. You want me to repeat them?
No, no, you
Okay.
can repeat it. I'm just trying to log into the questions again.
Okay. I'll
अगर
repeat the
आपके
questions.
पास
है मेरे सामने
ओके
है.
भैया ओके डन बोलिए भैया
D is your friend. She is happy and she has no questions. S is the friend who
Yeah.
wants to disconnect. And then another friend of by name S, how to live life for yourself. That is a question.
Yes.
And F has a question of conflicts. Everyone thinks he, she is correct, but how to, I know that I am wrong. Right?
Yes.
So you have these
Yeah.
4 questions. So which question would
Yeah.
you like to begin with?
So C says that SE the C, that how to live life for yourself, for
Okay.
one's own self.
Okay. So life living is always, it is for the self. You can't live for somebody else. If you try living for somebody else, how do you do it? Whenever you are living, you are the person who are living in this body, right? This body and this soul together, which forms you, you continue to live as long as you are alive. You can't live a life for someone else. The problem that we need to understand here is, you rephrase the question, how can I be useful and productive in life? That is what everyone wants to be. In trying to be useful, they focus on one particular person or one particular thing, or say family or friends or whatever it is. They ignore the other things. That is the problem. You have to live a life, you always live life for yourself. You have to live it equally in all the angles. There are 4 angles in which a human being lives his life. One is on his self, then in the family, then in the society, and then with nature and universe. So all these 4 stages of life are interwoven together. You you end up giving something else importance, only say family or your son or your daughter or your husband or your job. You end up giving undue importance to something and ignore the others. And then you say, I am not living life for me. You cannot live life without living for yourself. You first live for yourself and then you give more importance to one of the facets of your life. So you have to identify those facets and identify the other facets that are neglected. Once you give equal importance to all of them, and collectively they are your life, you are not separated from them. You can't separate yourselves from the life that you are leading. Does it clarify?
Yeah, I think so. But then human mind is, human mind is very volatile, So do you think, how easier it would be than, just said?
Okay. So whatever starts with a thought. It's difficult or easy, it would depend on the person and his interest of how much he wants to help himself. Life is always simple. What has happened is we have understood so many things and those things have made it complicated. Even if you did not know them, life would have been what it is. Even if you know them, life is going to be what it is. Even if you forget them, life is going to be what it is. Understanding is very simple. How can it be so simple? That is the doubt we will get. So whenever you feel doubtful, okay, no, it can't be that simple. How is it? It can't be like. So then you have to get confidence in yourself slowly. If it
So
sounds
you
too
mean that
simple,
it is, yeah,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt. So you mean that we are making it more complex. I mean, we can live it for ourselves, but it is our mind which is not allowing. So probably we'll have to focus on our mindset.
No, I think I'm not able to convey properly. See, whenever whoever is living, he is living a fulfilling life always. He chooses something out of that life and gives undue importance to that. And then he feels bad about it. And then he thinks, I'm living for others, I'm not living for myself, which is
Okay, I
not
got it
possible.
now. Yeah. Yes. Very well said.
Okay. So let's take the next question.
Yeah. About Sa, how to
Yeah.
disconnect from the daily chores and hula boo of life.
Why do you want to disconnect?
So this context was that we were meeting somewhere, and she said, "See, despite the fact that I've come here, I'm not able to disconnect with what's happening at home. I made the dinner, whether the evening diya batti will be done, or whether the children have eaten it, or my husband has come back and taken it. And if everything is worked out, is it good enough that they have? I mean, it has tasted well because I'm enjoying a good meal here with amongst friends. So I'm worried that So that's whether
Okay.
the children
So
have taken it well or not.
this is what is known as the lack of confidence. It is not about being connected or being disconnected. It is one
Or
of
the
the
mother's
basic
guilt.
human natures. Human nature
Can you?
is such, he needs confidence. And when there is lack of confidence, you have doubts. When you have doubts, you are worried. So the worry that comes out of whether the food was good enough, whether they spilt the milk, whether they cooked the milk properly, whether they heated it up before eating, or they ate missing out some one or two dishes, or maybe they spilt it out. So these are the kind of doubts that we get. The only way to understand why we are getting those doubts is the first step. Either you don't know your children properly, you have not trained them to take the meals properly, you have made your husband very much dependent on you. So that is something which you have done. You can't blame the other person. If you have allowed them to build their habit of taking their own food, serving themselves, doing their dishes, then you won't be worried. Your worry comes from two aspects of it. One is you feel that is your responsibility to do that. You are so infringing into other people's work that you don't allow them to do things. So since you don't allow them to do things, they don't know to do it. And then you keep complaining, oh, everything I have to do, everything I have to do. You have to let go. If you are confident of the other people doing well, then you won't be worried.
Okay. But
Is it
telling a
connecting?
person's
Is it
yeah, but
connecting?
telling a person who's already feeling guilty of the fact that, or worried that something, back home things are not all right and I'm enjoying, to that person, if we go and tell that it is you who have made these mistakes by not training them, it is like a double sword effect, right?
Truth is at times bitter, but
Okay.
you have to take that medicine to understand the reality. If you are confident about your children doing it well, will you be worried?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so and your children won't learn it in one day. They will commit
Perfect.
mistakes. You also did not learn it in one day. You did mistakes, you spilled food, you cooked overcooked, you put less of salt, you put more of sugar. All that has happened in your journey, and you have, over a period of time, become an expert in that. So you have to have patience. If the children do mistakes in your presence, that is the nice thing, to sit, observe, watch them, and then see how they correct it. And then if they ask you for guidance, guide them. Just before, whenever, what happens is, people of that nature, whenever somebody starts doing it, he does the smallest mistake and they say, no, 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 you don't need to do it, give it here, I will do it. So once you keep doing that, then the other person never learns. So you have to tie your hands with a rope and sit down. Okay, I
True
can't help
that.
you now. And then you do. And then you guide him. You let him do the mistakes. Let him learn by mistakes. Nothing wrong in that.
Yes, we'll forward this to them.
Okay.
And the third question is that in case of any conflict, this was
Right.
in particular to the family,
Yeah.
everyone, so there were 4 parties here, every party is thinking that he or she is correct.
Right.
And the person who has this question also thinks that she is correct.
That's all right.
And
Yeah.
this is family. So how do you tell this to this person that, you know, who is actually correct? Or because since you don't know the problem, you cannot say. So, but
No,
ultimately, what is the wider
I
idea?
perfectly know the problem. The problem is very simple. Every human being always does what he thinks is right. That is the base universal rule. Nobody does anything that he thinks is wrong. Okay, so you have to be always confident that that is the nature of the human being. What does a human being do? He does what he thinks is in his interest at that point of time. So when you have to understand what is his interest, his interest is based on certain things that society has taught him that it is good. Right? Now we had a small mix-up. Your video was not running. So you are worried about my time. Society has taught you that keeping me waiting or wasting my time is something bad. So that pressure is building on you. Same way, whatever we do, whatever we have understood as good, that is what we try to do. So in this particular case, there are 4 people. They have their own thoughts of what is good for the family. All the 4 want the good of the family. That is a given rule, which I don't even need to ask or verify. Each one of them wants the betterment of the family. Agreed or not agreed?
Absolutely.
Right? So each one's idea of what is good for the family is dependent on what he has learned.
Yes.
Whatever he has learned needs to be explained to the other 3. Okay, why I think this is good is because of these things. Once he start telling the items, that is the reasons for him to say this is good, you will have to identify different items in that list. Some of them will be facts, some of them will be opinions. So facts we have to separate, opinions we have to separate. Opinions can differ, facts cannot differ. Right? So you have 4 people, 4 of them are having different ideas about what is good for the family. So you have to talk with each one of them. They have to talk between themselves and identify, understand the reason. And when they are talking, when one person is trying to explain his logic behind why he thinks that is good, the other 3 should not interrupt. They should not disturb him. They should not disagree with him. Let him finish. And once he has put his list, then we sort it out. Okay, these are facts. There is nobody questioning that. And these are opinions. Opinions are to be questioned. So let's keep them aside. If turn by turn, all the 4 of them list out their reason for whatever they think is right. And out of that, we collect all the facts. Once the facts of all the 4 people are put together, you will find each one changing his opinion. And once the opinions are based on the full facts, all the opinion will be same. You can't have a different opinion if all the facts are understood by you. Whenever there is a difference of opinion, that means one of the person has more information or other information and the other person is not having that information. That is why you differ in opinions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that gives the answer.
Okay, so let's try practicing it and see if it works.
Yes, Bhaiya, absolutely. Have you stopped the video?
No, I'll stop it.
Yeah. So you send me this recording.